Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get back on the channel. Junior Anthony Wright. Um, he's now 20 wins with five defeats with one draw, 17 wins by knockout. His next fight is April 27th. He's boxing Andrew Tai Tabiti in
Tabiti.
Philadelphia
Yep.
over 10 rounds. Before we get into that fight, oh yeah, pleasure getting you on.
Yes. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Anytime, mate. Yeah, so before we get into that fight itself, before we get into the Makhmudov fight, I had you on before you was meant to fight Jermaine Franklin. Talk about why that fight didn't go ahead.
I think it was on the. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with me. It was like a business deal. Like I guess the money wasn't correct and everything, and they wanted to make some changes, and my promoter wasn't okay with it, and it was something like that with the promoters mix up. It had nothing to do with me.
Mm. But how disappointed were you that that fight didn't end up happening?
I mean, I was disappointed because I was in shape. I was in the gym, and it was a good opportunity. I mean, Jermaine did his thing. He got the victory, but I don't think he was in the best shape, and I was actually in really good shape. But it was a business deal. Things weren't lining up correctly, and the promoters didn't agree on certain things, and the fight didn't fall through.
Mm. But I mean, you got a big well, the phone did ring and you got a massive fight in Riyadh, well, Saudi Arabia, against the hard-hitting Makhmudov. Talk about the whole experience you had in Saudi Arabia. Yes, it wasn't the result you wanted. You got caught cold early. Yeah, talk about the whole fight and the experience over there.
Well, the thing is, man, I was actually in really, really good shape, but it's fair to say that we only had 2 weeks to really prepare. I was getting some good sparring, but it still was it was just real quick. You know what I mean? I could have done a lot better, but I think I just got caught up in the whole situation. Like I wanted to trade with Makhmudov because I'm so used to trade with people. Sometimes I do it in the first round, first or second round. I like to trade with people, and I
Mm.
always make the adjustments after the first round. I just didn't get the opportunity, and I thought that they stopped the fight too early. That's just my opinion. I mean, he hit me with a good shot. I put my hands up because I thought he was gonna bum rush me. They stopped it early. I mean, a good example would be you look at what's his name? Tim Tszyu and Sebastian. I mean, Tim Tszyu, the top of his head was cut open since like the fourth round, and they let them fight the whole time. I mean, that's a lot worse than my
Mm.
situation. I mean, granted, I got knocked down, but I got up. I mean,
Were
at
you
least
hurt
let
from
people.
that shot? Because it looked, from a fan's point of view, it looked like it was a heavy knockdown.
It was, but it wasn't even the right hand. The second punch he threw, the right hand dazed me a little bit. Then the left hook just came out of nowhere. He threw a weird left hook twice, and he did knock me down. I felt it, but I was still ready to go, man. I got up. My team told me to stay down and complete the 10 count. Don't just get up because I could have. But he knocked me. I was more so like just caught me off guard, and it did look bad. One of my friends was telling me he didn't think it was a big punch. He's like he couldn't believe I went down, but it was more of a surprising shot. And I got up and I was ready to continue. And I thought it was too early. I mean, give me your opinion. I thought it was a little early. Some people didn't agree, some people did.
Well, I mean, I can see how you're disappointed because as a fighter, your first thing is you want to continue no matter, what happens as a fighter. That's what you want. You want to continue the fight because you've trained hard for it. And yeah, I thought at the time I thought it was a good stoppage because it did look like you were hurt and your legs did go a little bit. But and then I don't know, I think they could have carried on uh to see how you were, and maybe you could have seen out that round and see what was see how you would do in that rest of that round. So I can see why you wanted to continue, and I can also see from a rest point of view why the fight was off. So it was, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, a lot of people thought it was good. They just said you took too many shots too early and you went down and you weren't. And with the mindset that I had, people told me that I wasn't going to get out of that first round with that mindset. I wanted to seek and destroy like I was Mike Tyson or like Hagler and Hearns.
So when you got up, was that what was your thoughts like going through your head? Did you thought I've got to get back up and fight fire with fire, or if the
That's
ref let you
exactly what
continue, what were you gonna do?
that's exactly what it was, man. Like I wanted to go fight. I want to go toe to toe with the big man. I mean, you got to admit though. I mean, people have gone through a lot worse and still got to continue for many, many rounds. They didn't
Oh
even give
yeah,
me the
hundred
chance,
percent.
and that's the only issue. Like, let me go down one more time. Let him hit me. If I would have fallen down or fallen into the ropes, then okay. But I mean, he just hit me, and I put my hands up, and you just said that's it. I thought it was a little too quick, or maybe they felt that let's stop it now before it gets worse. I don't
Mm.
know. I had no control over that, but I was extremely coherent. I just wanted to go out there, and I want to fight fire with fire, like you mentioned earlier. I just wanted to go in there and show him that I ain't that I'm coming for you. That was the wrong mindset. I should have been a little smarter, like his last opponent.
Yeah, like Caballero started a
Yeah,
bit more cagey, and
yeah.
those body shots played a factor in the fight. Do you feel looking at that fight is what you should have done? You know, you shouldn't have gone out there looking for the knockout early doors with fire with fire. You should have played a bit more of a cautious start and then go to the body, or yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's crazy. My coaches did tell me that, and I think I was in the ring with Tyson Fury actually. When Tyson Fury was like, "Put pressure, go in the ring, attack him, pressure, pressure, pressure," and I think like hearing him say that kind of got me thinking that, and it's kind of obvious. I mean,
Oh, so he told you to do that, Fury.
yeah, when I was in the ring with him, because they knew who I was fighting, and I think that may have had something to do with it. Hearing him say that, because you're looking at the best heavyweight in the world, and pressure is kind of the obvious thing because he's big and he's tall. I mean,
Mm.
I could have taken the same approach as Makhmudov's last opponent, used the ring and wear him down. But I was thinking I should have been smart, like move my head because I moved good, but I just got caught up. Like that first round, sometimes I try to go for broke too early, and that's the reason why that happened to me. If I was moving my head like I normally do, make a miss a little bit, he would have gotten tired pretty quick after a couple of rounds because it seems like he doesn't have much of a gas tank and he can't take a punch.
Mm. But was it good? Like, even though the result wasn't the result you wanted, was it good? Like, I've seen on your Instagram that you met Buster Douglas, people like that. Riddick Bowe was there. You know, did the
It
pressure get to you that night? And was it cool meeting all those people that you would have watched when you were growing up, sort of thing?
it was very cool to meet all those people, and the pressure did kind of get to me. And I wanted to meet Eminem. He was there. That's my favorite. He's my favorite rapper. I wanted to meet Kanye. I wanted to meet a lot of other people. There was a lot of people there that I could have met, but my trainer was telling me let's just like focus on the fight,
You met
and I
quite
was
a
more.
few people though.
I mean, I met a lot of boxing people, but there were like people outside of boxing, like rappers and other people that I could have met, and even MMA fighters that I could have met. But I think like even my coaches was kind of telling me let's just focus on the fight a little bit. Like no, don't get caught up in everything. And now I kind of wish I would not have listened because I may never get that opportunity again. I mean, that was a dream come true. I mean, I never thought in a million years I would have gotten the opportunity to go there. Never thought
Mm.
it would have happened.
Yeah. Do you do you see weaknesses in Makhmudov, and when you took the fight, did you or did it did it get to your head a bit? Yeah. So you said it sort of got to you, the whole Saudi occasion, and hopefully that fingers crossed everything goes well in your upcoming fight. Of course, that's a tough fight that you've got coming up, which we'll get
Definitely.
onto in a minute. But would you like to do it again? Go to Saudi?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think I'm more prepared for this fight than I was for the fight in Saudi Arabia because I actually had time to train for this fight. I stayed in the gym. I went to go see my family in North Carolina in December, and I've been back since January, and I've been working out ever since. So I'm more prepared for this fight. If I would have had this mindset going into my last fight, it would have been different. But things happen for a reason, and I just got to focus on this fight and do the best that I can and try to get the victory.
Mm. Before we get on to this fight, one more question about the
Yeah.
Makhmudov. Have you seen Makhmudov's fight in Junior Far in May?
Let me think. Junior Fall, I just think that he's a good fighter. He'll give Makhmudov some rounds, but I just think that because he's not really the kind of guy that's can really get out of the way of punches. He did go the distance with Joseph Parker,
And
but
Sanchez. Oh no, Sanchez stopped him.
no, Sanchez stopped him. But I think that like even Joseph Parker, these guys, their style is very traditional. Like Makhmudov, he has like almost like a weird style. He's very awkward. He fights like he's a wrestler a little bit. He doesn't really have a style. He just attacks. And I think that Junior Fa may have some trouble with that because Junior Fa is not. I don't think Junior Fa. I don't know how good Junior Fa can move around the ring and all that. And he's a bigger guy, so he'll get tired pretty quick. And that's the advantage that Mahmudov has with some of these guys. Like like if you can't move around a lot with a guy like Mahmudov, you better be able to punch and land something big. Otherwise, he's gonna maul you. So I could see Makhmudov pulling out the victory from a maul by mauling him.
Mm. So do you feel like he'll stop him, like knock him out, or
I think it's gonna go probably, my opinion. I don't think it's going past. I'm gonna say Makhmudov will get him probably like around the second half. Second half, I think. Like after
mm,
like around 6, 7 rounds, I think Mahmudov's pressure will catch up to him. That's just my opinion.
mm. And
Granted, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Makhmudov the hardest hitter you've been in there with to date?
It's crazy. I mean, I don't. Let me think. It's fair to say overall, yeah. I've been in the ring with guys that get cracked, that hit very hard, but Makhmudov is just it's so big. I would say, in all fairness, he's not a big puncher, but he's the hardest.
Mm. So yes, moving on to your upcoming fight, of course, April 27th is the fight's about I think it's maybe 4 weeks away.
No, three, 2.5, 3. It look like 19 days.
Oh yeah, yeah, I think oh yeah, yeah, I would say 3 weeks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um we don't want you waiting longer for the fight than the actual date. But yes, yeah, you're fighting in Philadelphia, and I believe you're the main event of the evening. Talk about being the main event and how this fight actually talk about how the fight first came about.
I was given the opportunity through Teflon Promotions. They just asked me if I would be interested in a fight with Tabiti around February, and I said, yeah, I'll take it because I was already in the gym and I got time on top of that, and my weight's good. So I said I'll take it. Andrew Tabiti's he's definitely one of the best cruiserweights and even heavyweights out there.
Yeah, I mean he's coming off a defeat like yourself. He lost to Justice Hooney, his
Yes.
fighter. That was unanimous decision defeat. Did you watch that fight? And if you did, what was your thoughts?
I saw the fight actually. It was a good fight. Tabiti, he's very athletic and he moves. He was using the ring a lot. He was using his IQ in the ring. I just think that Hooney was just physically stronger, and that was the issue. Hooney was just a stronger guy, and he throws a lot of punches, and he's pretty good. He's pretty tough.
Do you think that he will look at your last fight and go, that he'll see? Do you feel like look at that fight and think that it'll be a comfortable night's work? And do you believe he's overlooking you?
I think he's overlooking me. I think they probably feel like it's going to be an easy night. That's just my opinion.
Who's the home fighter in this one? Because you're both from.
Me, I live in Philadelphia now. I was in Chicago. I was born in Chicago, but now I live in Philly. So this place that we're fighting at is like probably 20, 30 minutes away from where I live.
Oh, so have you got a big crowd? Do you reckon coming to support you?
I'm starting to build a fan base in Philadelphia, and I got people in Chicago. They're gonna be watching it on BLK Prime. That's where the fight. That's where you can watch it. BLA Prime. You download the app and you can watch it on there. So I know a lot of people in Chicago, North Carolina that I know are gonna be watching it, and people in Philly. They're coming out to watch the fights. I mean, it's not just me. It's gonna be a bunch of good fights. So it's definitely a stacked card with a lot of good fighters with tremendous talent.
Talk about being the home fight. Well, sort of. I wouldn't say. Yeah, you don't. It's not your hometown, but like I mean, you live there, so it's practically your backyard, isn't it? In a way.
In a way, it is, but I mean, they still. I mean, people still have Tabiti's the favorite, and it's only fair because he's done more. But it doesn't really mean much to me. I mean, I got enough experience. I've been around long enough, so I'm gonna go out there and do what I got to do.
So do you feel like you're yeah, so you said that you're the underdog in the fight. Do you believe you're the underdog, and why do you think people are writing you off?
Well, because of I mean, I had a situation. My last fight, I lost another fight in 2 rounds, but there was actually more to it. There was more to the fight. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why I lost that. There was one big reason why I lost the fight. I mean, I had an injury and I had some others. It was deep. I mean, I didn't lose that fight because the guy was better than me. I made a mistake that caused me to fight. I had an injury, a back injury, and I did something I wasn't supposed to do at the last minute because I thought I wasn't fighting Joe Jones. So I'm assuming they're looking at that too. But there's more to the story, and also this Magmudov fight. They're like, okay, every time he steps up, he gets blown out pretty quick, and they're looking at all that, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just situations.
Mm. I mean, you're both big hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's got those 16 KOs, you've got 17. I can't imagine this fight's going the distance and you're both not planning for it to go the distance. Can we expect a knockout from you?
That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're looking at me like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going for the knockout. They don't think that I'm gonna go the distance. But the thing is, I actually get stronger every round, so it's not even a big deal to me if it does go the distance because I can hang in the later rounds too. I actually get better after 3 rounds. I
Hmm.
just haven't had the chance. That's the only problem. It's been a while, but it ain't been that long to where I can't do it anymore. That's for sure.
Do you feel like this is the fight for you to like prove yourself that you're well, to not to prove to yourself, to prove to people that you can be at this level and fight these top fighters?
Yeah, this is one of those fights where I definitely gotta I prove myself a little bit. I do. This is a big one. That's why I've been locked in. I've been training. I've been working and doing that. Just been working out, just training constantly. It's one of those fights for sure.
Do you feel like it's a sort of uh fight where is this for like a title, because you fought Makhmudov for there was two titles you fought Makhmudov for. I can imagine those are vacant. Would you look to fight for those?
For this fight, I don't think we're fighting for a belt, but if there was one, it'd even would be even better. But in the future, I would like to get another opportunity. I mean, I can't look past this opponent for sure. This is one of those situations where I got to work as hard as I can and be ready.
Yeah, I mean this fight, when I've you announced it, I thought, oh, I'm looking forward to this one because you're both big hitters and you both have good styles that is going to gel into a good fight. Yeah, and talk about, of course, being the main event. Is it you've been main event before, haven't you?
I fought main event in New York and obviously Chicago. I fought here main event too in Philly. Actually, I've been in three main event fights, and this would be the fourth one.
Would you say this is the been the biggest fight though that you've been like main event sort of thing?
This one, but also the one in New York against Stephen Bouget. That was a big one too, because he was undefeated and he was big in New York. Everybody knows Bouget in New York. And that was a great fight. That was a great night for both of us. It was a draw, but Bouget's pretty big. Was big at the time. Was real big in New York. Everybody knew him.
Did you ever run that one back?
The rematch, nah, because the promoters had other. That's when I was with Salida Promotions, and Salida Promotions they had more other interests in other fights, so we never really got the opportunity to run it back.
Are you still with Selena Promotions or no?
Now I'm a Rodney Rice
Oh
Promotion
yes, I remember you
RDR.
saying in our last interview. Yep, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
What do you make of your opponent? And do you feel like he'll try and blow you out early doors? Is that what you're expecting for him to try and knock you out?
That's a tough one. I don't. I mean, it looks like that's what they're gonna try to do. I think he's gonna try that because it's like, well, if they could do it, why can't I? And I think that's what they're gonna be working on. And I'm prepared either way. I'm prepared for him to come forward, and I'm prepared for him to use the ring. I'm prepared for both because I was already thinking that he might he might be like, yo, this guy lost to this guy fought a journeyman and got blown out, but there's reasons behind that. And I think when they realize that it ain't gonna be that easy, then he might step off the gas pedal a little bit. I don't think he's gonna be. He'll try it at first to see if it's gonna work, but then they're gonna realize it ain't, and I think he's gonna pull back a little bit. He won't be as aggressive.
Do you feel like explain your nickname, the Hurricane? Is it?
It's just the way. It's my lifestyle. I guess it's just like first it start raining, then it's a thunderstorm, the wind picks up, then a hurricane hits. So like just cause like my lifestyle, like I'm really a slower starter, and then I work my way up into a crescendo, and I just keep going from there.
Do you see weaknesses in his style? And of course, he sort of got outboxed in a way in his last fight. Do you take much from his last defeat?
Uh, not. I mean, I can't take much. I mean, the guy that he fought is actually pretty good, but I'm not gonna exploit the weaknesses. I see a few things, but I just gotta see if I could exploit them. But I see a couple of things, but I just gotta play by round, I guess. And as when I'm in there, I'll know more. One of those I kind of like I make adjustments when I'm in the ring.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, what does this fight mean to you? And does a win here get like I think the winner here surely gets another huge or like a big fight out there.
I would assume so because I mean, even his last fight was against a big name that fought, and that guy just fought in Saudi Arabia recently.
Yeah,
I think he did.
he
He
fought
fought the guy from
Lorena.
South Africa. That was a good fight, but I think a win like this could definitely put me in a situation like that. I mean, that's why I'm working hard because I would say one or two more chances. Honestly speaking, I mean, for me, like, but this is one of them situations where I could catch lightning in a bottle because I've been doing pretty good in the training camp and everything is going well.
Mm. What can we expect from you fight night?
I mean, I would like my thing is to try to set up knockouts. I'm a knockout artist, and I would like to keep that going. And I do a pretty good job of setting up knockouts. And the knockouts that I've had were all setups, and that's what I'm looking forward to do, man. It's gonna be a real tough task. We've been working really hard. We're ready, and I'm looking to land something nice. I'm looking to set them up somehow.
As another American says, don't blink.
That's the best thing to look at it. That's the best. That's the best thing. Don't blink. You just never know these days.
100%. And before I let you go, mate, do you want to thank the usual people, manager, friends, family, trainers, just anybody who's helping you,
Yes,
supporting you?
definitely, man. Uh, Hold on one second. Let me see. So, yes, I would like to thank Teflon Promotions for giving me the opportunity to getting a fight like this on a really good card. I would also like to thank Rodney Rice, my promoter, for letting me fight on Teflon's card. And I would like to thank my trainers, boxing coaches, Sean Murray. He trains me, gets me technically fit in tip-top shape in the box from a box in boxing, just keeping me sharp. And Kenny Poles, my strength and conditioning coach. Kenny Poles been doing a great job. We just got done working out. He pushes me constantly, man, constantly. Everywhere I'm at, man. He's always on top of me, man. These guys keep me in shape. And Sean's a hell of a technician. Sean Murray, I appreciate these guys a lot, man. These are the people that I want to thank. And all my sparring partners as well for helping me.
And from me, mate, thank you for your time as always, and all the best on the 27th of April. And yeah, good luck with the fight.
Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you.
Anytime, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Bye.
You as well, buddy. All right, take care.
Bye.